Morning, everyone. Father Tony here with this week's chapel message. Last week, if you recall, I talked to you a little bit about prayer and some of the different kinds of prayer that are common across all major religious traditions. And these types of prayer, petition, intercession, confession, praise, and thanksgiving, have some common elements. One is that they are all vocal. Whether we actually say them out loud or say them silently to ourselves, they are expressed by forming thoughts with our language. So today I'd like to talk to you about another kind of prayer, that is praying without words. And actually, there are different ways of praying without words and different purposes for each. One of the most common is meditation. Now, there are lots of different kinds of meditation as well. There's mindfulness meditation, which I'm guessing some of you might be familiar with, in which you simply sit in silence and notice what's going on with your body and in your mind and all around you in the moment, clearing your mind of all the thoughts about the past, what you did earlier today or last week, and of the future, what your plans are for the weekend or what you're going to have for lunch today. And you just focus on living and being in the present moment. And this can actually be a kind of prayer, opening our hearts and minds up to our true selves and the divine presence in our midst. It can make us more deeply aware of our needs and more aware of the things that we have to be thankful for. We can also choose to meditate on a particular concept or theme. Oftentimes, this can mean focusing on a story or an idea from a sacred text, like the Bible, the Talmud, or the Quran. Or it could just be an idea, like love, or courage, or peace. There are lots of different ways to meditate. And all that we really need is some quiet space and the willingness to take the time to do it. Now, that doesn't mean that meditation comes easy to everyone. Many of us, myself included, have trouble calming what is sometimes called our monkey mind. It's hard to turn off all the thousands of random thoughts running through our mind at any given moment and just focus on the present, or on one particular thought or idea. If you are meditating and you find your mind wandering, just gently try to refocus and bring yourself back to the present moment and what you are feeling and sensing here and now, in the case of mindfulness meditation, or back to the story or idea that you intended to meditate on. When I first started practicing centering prayer, a type of prayer where one sits in silence and attempts to clear one's mind of all thoughts, past, present, and future, I started by trying to do it for 2 minutes at a time, and eventually worked my way up to 20 minutes. And I'm not always very good at it. It's definitely hard at first, but it does become easier the more you do it. And I found it's been a great help for me in finding focus and clarity in my life. The silent prayer, meditation, centering prayer, these things aren't for everyone. A wise person once said, "Pray as you can, not as you can't." And for some people, meditation isn't prayer. It's just simply a way of calming their mind. And you won't know if this is for you unless you try it. Even if you're not a person of faith, simple mindfulness meditation might be a practice that you find helpful in your life. So after I sign off, I'm going to invite you all to give it a try right now for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes in silence to focus on being in this moment. You might like it. I hope you all have a great week. I will see you next Tuesday. Until then, God bless.